baguette shaping, second try. Yes, so let's have another go. Let's have another go. Let's see if we can get it right this time. I've made a 50% wholemeal sourdough recipe, so I'm more interested in how it turns out rather than getting the technique right. And I kind of think there would have been, the last one that had to go out would have been good if I hadn't have sprayed water on the slashes. So did that way, do that way first. So I'm not entirely sure why we form like this. I think we don't have to use the heel of our hand, I don't think. And then it was a that's just wrong. I'm not going to go watch another video on it. But I think that's the idea. And then we roll out. Keep the crease to the bottom. And tape it at the edge. And there's lots of that involved. It's not a very stretchy dough because it's come out of the fridge. Actually, is that about the right size for the tray? Let's have a see. A bit longer. Oh, it's a little bit tacky. Let's see how this turns out. Lost the crease. I think the crease underneath. Okay. And then I've got a tray and I've got an old pillowcase under which I've just dusted with flour, and that's what we're going to use to form baguettes. So that there, like that, and then the next one will sit there. I've just used plain flour, I haven't used proper bread flour. So we'll put the next one there. Right, so see if we can do a better job of the next one. You know, I think, for want of a better term, there's lots of ways to skin a cat. So therefore I think there's lots of methods with bread. So I probably could have done that, not put that flour on top, and then probably done to be wider as well. And then rolling. Seems that that's I don't think that's going to be a good one. Right, and then look back over that. I don't know how that one's going to turn out. Not that I'll be able to tell. Probably must be a bit deeper. It's a bit of length though. It's a bit up there as well. Put some more flour in there. See what we'll do. We'll use a rolling pin. Right, so that's tacky, yeah, and then so They're all about 500 grams, these. Feels better somehow. So, just there. Do you know, I think it's just important to show the learning and the making mistakes rather than the actual finished product. That is kind of me making excuses for not knowing what I'm doing and kind of winging it. But it's dead easy just to kind of show the end result of something rather than to show the end result of something and it's perfect, which is all very well, but it doesn't show you what potential mistakes you're going to make, you know. And also the working out of why we do things. I mean, lots of things we do I don't think are particularly necessary, but the things we do, I always kind of need to know why we do them. Otherwise, what's the point? You know, what's the point in doing things in a certain order? You know, why don't we boil stocks? You know, why do we slow simmer them? Well, let's boil a stock and let's see what happens. You know, and we find out that it goes cloudy and it's murky and it's got a stewed flavour to it rather than a nice clean flavour of a stock. So if we're going to do something, I want to know why. So I think when you're making sourdough loaves, you want to create tension in the dough so it explodes into life when you bake it. So I think this is what we're doing here. We're creating tension in the dough by pulling it in on itself. And if we just taper the edges, it's just getting it kind of even, and then it's going to sit in the fridge overnight and I'm going to bake it. I'm going to see how we go in the morning and then I'm going to give it to started yoga again. So the ladies at yoga, well, the people at yoga are a good audience to practice on. So I get to practice bread once a week and give it away for free. They'll appreciate it. They're doing me a favour by letting me practice and giving it away for free, and they get some nice bread home. So everyone's a winner. But also because I get to practice, and there's nothing worse than not being able to practice or make something and then wonder what you're actually going to do with it. You know, and the last thing I'd ever want to do was throw food away. So I think, it's not the end of again. So we'll put that there, and then we'll kind of see. Probably could have done with making 5 loaves in this container. So we'll put it in the fridge overnight, let it proof, see what happens. Might have to put like some kind of dish over the top of it, just to see how we go. But let's see how that is in the morning. I could do to probably a little bit. There you go. Let's pull it out. Let's correct it now. That's about size. Don't really want the right pen, no. I think it might spread out a little bit. We'll rise a little bit in the fridge overnight. Do we even need to put them in the fridge overnight? Yes, we do. There we go. See how that goes. We'll see how they are in the morning when I bake them. They've been in the fridge for 12 hours, which is what I normally do for my sourdough, and they've risen a little and moved a bit. So tray's already in the oven. That's going to be the top of the loaf. So what I need to do is I need to put a little bit of flour on, just so they don't stick to my hand, because this is a bit tricky, this bit. It was last time anyway. So a little bit of flour so it doesn't stick to my arm. And then trays in the oven, oven's really hot. And then I've got another tray underneath, just a smaller tray underneath the tray that I'm going to put the bread on, which I'm going to pour some water into, so it kind of creates like a bit of steam as the bread cooks. Just on the shelf below, you know. I don't think you need to. Can I see that? Do you? But just like a tray like that in the bottom of the oven, which I'm just going to put some water in rather than spraying the bread with the water, because what I think that does, that kind of in past experience, it kind of if you slice into the bread and then spray water onto the bread, it wants to seal those holes up so it doesn't expand and kind of get that nice kind of rip open type of thing. So that's that. I'm going to do 2 loads at once because I think 2 loads will be fine. And then, so you can hear how hot that tray is. Do it that way, and then you can get the idea of what I'm doing. So I want to get this loaf out. I'm not familiar with doing it that way. Oh, we should go. Move me top. So that, and on there. Get rid of the excess flour. I don't want that. Flour everywhere, and then some nice slices on top. I don't know how, if the number matters, but anyway, so tray back in the oven. That, and then water in tray, separate tray. (25–30 minutes). We'll see how we go. So we'll set it for 20, and then we'll have a look at what it's like after 20 minutes. Fingers crossed. Right, let's have a look. Right, so bit wonky, hollow sounding. I want the slices to be, I want those to be big, I want them all to be like that. Okay, so let's get rid of let's do the other ones because I'm in a rush. So not that. Let's do the 2 next ones. Just a bit tricky to get out. It's better. I'm sure there's a better technique than this. Right, let's do some deeper cuts on these ones. See about something a bit sharper. That one working better. Nope. Well, that's not one. A clean. I wasn't such a messy boy. Let's do that. Not too bad. Let's do that again. That'd be better. See if that has a better effect. Right, well, back in the oven. Trying not to burn my hand, and we've got some water in the tray at the bottom. And we'll see how that goes. But they're not. Not bad. See, it wants to explode there into life. So hopefully the deeper cuts will be better. But we'll have a see. We'll see what the other two are like, and then we'll decide which one we're going to cut into. When they're cool, which won't just be yet, but we'll see. So we'll give that another 20 minutes. I've forgotten how long they have. I think 20. I think 20. So we'll give it 20 minutes, and then we'll see what they're like after 20 minutes. So we're cooked. Let's have a look. Hello. They're better. They're better. So I needed deeper cuts. Deeper cuts. Although that one's wanted to explode out of there. So deeper cuts worked better. I'll remember that for next time. So deeper cuts, maybe long ones. So I did that way. Maybe we'll do some longer ones that way and see how that kind of turns out. But there you kind of get the. It looks like it's going to be okay inside. So we'll let those cool. Well, I say let them cool. I'm going to give them away to the ladies at yoga. Oh, there's a gentleman as well. So let's call them people. I'm going to give them away to the people at the yoga. So 3 of them. So I'm going to keep one myself. Which one are we going to keep? We're going to keep the better looking ones. Yeah, we'll keep that one. We'll keep that one. Those are going to go to the people at yoga. And then we'll work out, and then we'll kind of see. But yeah, okay. Better this time. Certainly, my shaping is probably a little. I don't know. I don't know. Is that? They look like baguettes, don't they? But not like professional ones. I like them when they've got those thinner bits at the end. So that's something to. Thinner bits at the end are something to work on. And the deeper slices are something to work on, and maybe not across that way, but maybe deeper ones that way. Maybe get myself a better blade like that. I've got some more of those blades knocking about. I should have thought about it, but I was half asleep when I came down and started faffing around with bread. So we're getting there. Better than last week's. Better again next week. We'll see how we go, but I'll let that one cool. But it's not going to. I'll end up going out by the time that one's cool, and kind of come back. So these will have disappeared, and we'll cut into that one when we get back. Right, let's have a look. That's all right inside, isn't it? I mean, it's not like a French baguette, but. That's all right inside. That's all right. That's all right. It's not. I've never been able to get bread super crisp. Maybe it needs to be. That's all right. That's nice and crisp at that, and maybe it needs to be in for longer. So I don't know. But there's always work to be done. There's always improvements to be made. It's going to be nice. I've done it. It's wholemeal, so it's. I always do 50% wholemeal and 50% strong white flour, just because I find 100% wholemeal just that little bit too heavy. That's not. I don't know. That's kind of. It's quite robust, isn't it? It's quite robust. Nice though. I might just have some toast with butter. There we go. Yeah, work to be done. I think if I'd done those longer, like I said, that'd be better. But all good, tastes good, and from that point of view, a success. Next, I've run out of wholemeal flour. I'm not going to buy any more. So I think it will be next time. It will be spelt. A mixture of spelt and white flour, and we'll do some bigger slices and get maybe another sharper knife. But anyway, a success because we've progressed. Not a full success because we're not exactly where I want to be, but we will get there. We will get there.